testing. Alright. Just gotta make sure this thing runs. Y'all ever have a terrible goddamn day? You know, where a day could have gone well, or you could have gotten what you needed done, and it just didn't? Well, imagine having your stuff done right, and it just didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Well, I'll get started then. Basically, what had happened was, today, I was just supposed to go get my car tags. Now, if you know anything about DMV car tags, you know them bastards need to be done and set up within like 2 months before the actual month that's posted on your car. Evidently, me and my dad, we were supposed to get our things done and we didn't because we forgot. All right, look, I think it's very natural to everyone that like it's a yearly resub.
You will endure this loss and learn from it.
Alright, that was bullshit. Anyways, so we forgot to renew our tags, so we had to go in and do it. And here's the thing, like if you don't do it within like a month or two, you get like a huge surcharge on it, and you have to pay even more. And I think that's kind of bullshit. It really is. It's not. But I mean, look, you agree to it when you get your car, so just, you know, deal with it. But what I was not told was afterwards I was supposed to go to a new location. I go to my cousin's place, right? Now my cousin, he's a very fine family member. He helps out when he can. He's a genuine kind of person. I don't have any ill will. But the thing is, I like to know when I'm going there, right? I don't really like being taken on side jobs to go there. So, what ends up happening, right, is what's it called? I go over there, and he asked me, like, hey, have you signed up for financial aid? Have you signed up for college? And here's the thing, you know, I didn't want to apply for college. I didn't want to, mainly because I felt like it was more important for me to get money, like a job. But I haven't been getting lucky with a job. It's just unfortunate, you know. I'm perfectly able to work, and these corporations don't want to hire you. I was talking about this the other day. Uh-oh. So when it was time to, uh-oh. So the time comes and I need to say, hey, I was working on it or whatnot. It kind of blew up in my face in a spectacular fashion. Basically what happened was, I did not want to go to college. I think college has been a large... I think me going to college was a big mistake. First of all, I didn't have the passion for it. Second off, it became a huge sunk cost because the more money I put into it, the more I think the more problematic it became. Where instead of genuinely having fun with it or getting what I needed done, neither was happening. And it sucked. It was genuinely not fun to realize that it's not going the way you wanted it to be. But obviously, right, I can't just walk away as much as I want to. So I just had to say, like, oh, well, the university I was trying to go to denied me and whatnot. But they called me on my bluff. It was not true. They got me red-handed. The tail between my legs, like, I couldn't skirt out of it. So I just admitted to it. Well, I had to. There was, like, either try keeping a lie that was not gonna work, or I just, just like eat the bullet and just say, hey, I didn't want to. I think the worst part about it too was now I created I wouldn't say now created, but more so like, there is now like questions to what I say. Obviously, to me, I know exactly why. But the thing is, like, you can make it sense to yourself, but you can't make it sense to other people. So it was pretty frustrating trying to explain, like, why would I do such a thing. And generally the reason is because it's just too much. You pay a lot of money to go to college, and then what do you get out of it? You get a degree that says, hey, you're good at computers. Alright, well now compete with the AI bros and see how corporations are tripling, quadrupling down in computer science. Well, don't you like computer science? Well, no, not really. I was basically told to pick a major out of a hat. Look, I think it was very difficult, especially at a young age, to ask somebody what they want to do for the rest of their lives. I don't think it's a very good way of gauging what a student wants to do, because after all, they're high school, they're not mature. You ask them what they want to do for the rest of their life, they'll probably say something dumb. For me, that was me wanting to become first I wanted to do something in gaming. If you've seen my critiques or passion videos, I love talking about what games do for me and how I believe that's like a very nice, humble thing. But then, everyone else walks in, they're like, okay, well, does that make any money? And you just have to be like, well, no, it doesn't. Do you, is it a passion project? Well, no, because it drains all your passion because you have to follow someone else's rules. Oh, well, is there any benefits to it? Nah, not really. You kind of do your job, and then if you did a bad job, you get fired. If you do a good job, you have to wait for royalties to come in and give you the price that you deserve. I don't know. It was not something I wanted to do, but I was just told to do, and I just put up with it. I tried to talk to my dad about it, just be like, hey, I want to focus on getting a job, and I think that taking a semester off would help in that. But my dad was not having any of it. He was like, oh, you're not going to college? Well, you're not going to do anything? Okay, well, I'm going to cut your funding and I'm going to cut everything, right? I had the plan in my head. I even had a few interviews lined up. And he throws this wrench into the works and I'm like, oh, shit, now I need a class. Alright, well, let me go to my account, see what I can do. If I tell you this information, you're gonna lose your mind. My class starts literally next week. Now, here's the thing, right? Because I have a financial hold on my record, I can't sign up to any classes. So that's fun. So I have a week to gather $300, pay off my tuition fees, and then I have to go and do classes. But unlike prior, where I had full control and I knew exactly what I was getting into, these next classes, two of them are database management classes, one for Oracle and Microsoft SQL. And if you know anything about either of those programs, you know they're very obtuse. They're not really well looked into or used that often. Well, maybe Oracle, but for the most part, it's just like any other database management style. You need to know how to use the program, its ins and outs. It's Microsoft. I feel like Microsoft would be much easier. But as far as SQL goes, SQL always gives me hiccups. So I don't know if I'm going to do a good job in there, but I have to. I have to because my GPA needs to get up. I think the biggest problem that came from me trying to get my classes and me not feeling up to it is that I did not do what I need to. I did not get C's. I did not get really outstanding grades, which sucks. I don't want to do that, but here we are. So what happens at the end of all this, right? Well, I have to go and apply for FAFSA. Now, I do not like asking for financial aid. In fact, I don't really like asking for help. I don't like owing the government money. I hear horror stories all the time. Students who don't know any better rack up thousands of dollars in debt because they were forced or shoehorned into getting classes. So I was like, you know what? I am not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna go to college out of my own pocket, which again wasn't that bad. I mean, $500 back when I was making more money. You know, that was like what, a month's paycheck and a half. It was barely anything. Now in dire straits, you know, it's pretty brutal the amount of money it costs. It was only good while things were good, but nowadays things are slowing down. The economy's terrible, so having the money for this was just really bad. I think I'm gonna have to fix the settings on here. Options, video, shader pack settings, performance settings. I gotta go see what those videos, those DMs are for. So, what ends up happening, right? Oh, right. I need to. Reflections. Materials, water. I can't just turn them off. So what happened? Well, I had to apply for FAFSA, and if you don't know what that is, it is the most draining, long. Oh my god, it is the longest set of things you have to answer so many questions, pages after pages after pages of questions. You kind of want to mash through all of them, but you have to pay attention because then you have to call and do an interview. I have nothing, you know. That's just that's just the gist of what I have. I don't have anything, so it's very easy to answer what I don't have. The next question that comes from you don't have anything. The next question that comes from if you don't have anything, how are you paying for college is up to the next question. Now, when it came to this question, I was just like, I genuinely don't have anything under my name. Like, I'm really just given hand-me-downs. It'd be one thing if you like softly admit this to like to just some random person, but when you have to admit it with two family members and your one is constantly breathing down your neck about how good you should be, and the other one like just kind of there. I don't know. It was just an extremely uncomfortable, unfun experience that I honestly don't want to deal with again. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so after I got that done, I had to explain why I didn't finish the financial aid. Now, for on record, the reason I didn't want to do it is because number one, I did not want to continue college because of the damage it's already caused, and then two, I wasn't wanting to go to college. I wanted to get a job, get some money, get some establishment, help with the bills because remember, as I was just told, I'm paying for my own stuff now, considering how bad things are. And yeah, you can tell me, oh, you should have gotten a job. You're what? You're how many years old? The thing is, the job market sucks. It's frustrating. You have to do this stupid gestures dance every single time you want to do something. I don't understand why it's so difficult for these companies to understand that I just want to get paid and you want work done. I can do both. My dad is a boomer and I mean that in the most truest way possible. My dad does not open his perspective. He doesn't see that everyone's struggling. He doesn't see that all he sees is people not working hard enough, you know? And I understand, sometimes it really is just people not working hard enough, not wanting, not thirsting for success. But then there are people who are, and they're not getting those results. And those are one thing, I know I'm perfectly good for simple jobs like bank teller and all this other stuff, right? And I don't think it's that hard to say that, we're more than good for it. Alright, I'm changing this shader. Much better. Even though I do know that, I deserve much better, I can work hard enough for it. It's just that these people don't want to hire that. They don't want to deal with someone who could do that. So you do what you can. You get whatever jobs nearby, no matter how much or how little it gives you, but it's just not been lucky, right? Now, I think the worst part about all of this was the fact that I had to talk to someone who doesn't know anything about my situation, doesn't know really anything. And I have to explain to them every reason why I'm like this. Why didn't I finish the financial aid? Because I did go to. Here's the worst part. I did go to the. I did go to the website. I did fill out information. I did go out of my way to fill up as much information as I can. I just didn't finish. And I don't know. I don't know why I didn't finish it. It doesn't make sense why I didn't. Realistically, it wasn't that hard to do. Mostly answering yes or no questions. But then that got me thinking, like, genuinely, like, why didn't I finish it? I remember logging in. I remember making my account. I have the confirmation emails. I don't understand why I didn't finish it. Now, my dad, as well as my cousin, looked at me and was like, well, maybe it's because you were just playing games, or maybe you forgot or something. Realistically, I think it's just because of that initial thought I kept having. College, is it worth it? Do I want to continue doing this? Do I want to end up owing the government money? But that's because I didn't know anything about financial aid. I didn't know anything about what it's like to apply, what questions they genuinely ask you. And I think because of that, I didn't get the help I needed. And that's a common problem with my family. We all don't like asking for help. And I'll be honest, asking for help sucks. Ooh. Ooh. I think I may get lucky today. Hold on, I gotta answer some questions. Alright. So, what else? So yeah, I didn't I didn't sign up for. I didn't finish follow through. I probably got distracted or whatever the reasoning is. I'm screwed. But we got it done. And by we, I mean my cousin. You know, he helped me out. He helped me out so much. I could not thank him anymore. But while I am worrying about this and the help I got, right, I'm getting completely shat all over. Because, like, well, why didn't you figure this out? You know, you're a smart kid. You're not dumb. You should have been able to do this all on your own. I don't understand why. He's just like, dude, are you, what is wrong with you, dude? I am not perfect by any means. Okay, imagine if you're struggling to do something, right? And your parent comes in your room and they're just like, oh my god, you and your generation, you guys are so privileged. You guys have everything. Why don't you just get everything I'm asking you done? And you're just like, there's a lot more to it, right? It's not as simple as people would like to say. People only want it to be simple because they don't want to look at the bigger problem. Or they're just too dense to understand the real problem behind things. But you know what? That's the generation that they grew up in. They think the world is easier because they had it hard. When in reality, I would like to think that it was difficult, but there was a way around it, or you were put in a much better situation. I think, from my perspective, things didn't pan out the way they did because genuinely they just didn't. As much as I wanted to get things going the way I wanted to, life just kind of tells you, nah, it's not gonna work out. In fact, things are gonna suck for a long time until you can fix things. And I'm just there like, dude, it's so easy to get discouraged, but you can't because someone's always watching you being like, oh, you're not trying hard enough. My cousin was good about this. You know, he was chill. He wasn't overbearing about how these things turn out. But at the same time, right, it was kind of hard to focus when my only form of support is beaming me and being like, so you just didn't do it? Are you trying to fail? Are you trying to not do a good job? Like, what is wrong with you? And you're just like, dude, you know, a part of my soul screams just to be like, shut the fuck. You ever get that feeling? Someone just keeps talking too much and they just get away with it, and your soul, you're just like, dude, shut the fuck. I've never felt, I always had those tendencies. I've always had like the like fucking Arthur clenching your fist feeling, where you just want to sock the person for driving you nuts. But you don't, because you know that it's just gonna blow up in your face. You're gonna feel good about it, but then you have to deal with the fallout. And what's the fallout? Well, he can kick your ass. Genuinely, that is the only reason I don't fight anyone, because I don't want to get my ass beat. I don't see any benefit for me fighting if it means that I'm going to end up losing. I only want to fight if I can win, and I think that's the crux of my problem, right? Because I want to make sure I win, I don't take any chances. And because I don't take any chances, that's when these things start becoming major problems. I don't like taking risks. I don't like spending a lot of time failing. You know, it sucks. So what I do is, well, I make sure that I only do things I succeed in, especially in classes. That's why I was so hesitant to do this last semester. Like, realistically, as long as everything goes well, if I do these 4 classes and ace them, my GPA goes up, and I get my associates. It should not be that hard. The only thing I noticed that could be a big problem was that one of my semesters I did not pass my lecture class of like a computer or something, and because of that I have to redo that class, which is gonna suck, dude. Like, it was perfect. I had everything done, and then they're just like, no, you didn't. You see, you didn't do lecture, so you're gonna have to redo lecture in order for you to get it done. And I'm like, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. That was a complete waste. Okay, it wasn't a waste of my time. Realistically, it was my fault for not doing a good job in those classes. But I didn't know what I was doing, and my help was not help. It was a kick in the nuts. I gotta go check what that Discord is saying. Hold on, I gotta go to a new I gotta go to Discord. I feel bad. I feel bad for asking folks to hop into my mod pack because I feel like I ask for it all the time. I mean, I wish I did have a consistent group of lads. I did, but everyone just kind of got tired and did their own thing. So I have to, I wouldn't say find a new group, but I have to get used to the fact that, like, there are just some folks who don't want to play with all that new stuff I'm running. Now that's a lot of copper. Alright, with that set up, all my backpacks are empty. I don't know where these 2 keys and a fallen rock explorer map. And I can put these away in here for now, at least. I mean, it sucks, but what else are you gonna do, right? So, we got the financial aid. I'm gonna get help. I do need the help. I genuinely don't have anything. And I'm going to use it to do classes. I feel like I should have gotten the help before. It's just, I was just terrified of getting recourse for government help, I've seen so many friends screw over my financial aid that I just didn't want to deal with it. I felt better that I didn't have to owe anyone. Alright, so now we are going to go to this Fallen Explorer location. I'm going to miss this house. But before I do that, I want to get as much gold as possible. God, I love you, charcoal. Are there any invincible or unbreakable tools? Oh, you know what I can do? I can craft diamond unbreakable tools. Enter your diamond is unbreakable memes. Where's my anvil? Oh, it's right here. I have a feeling that game night is not gonna go in my favor, but fuck it, who cares, man? I just want folks to hop on and enjoy some Minecraft. Okay, well, it looks like that's not gonna get done, so I'll just put that all in there, and then let's go on our adventure. Never go wrong with boats. The thing about this map, it doesn't tell you where. And I have to be careful. There's an ocean monument around here, and if they see me, they'll just instantly kill me. There it is. The hell is that green area over there? I assume it's like a little pocket swamp. I think it's best if I have like Discord open or something. Now that looks like a good place to make a base. I always like the concept of big floating blocks. But it's time to press on. Yeah, it just looks like there's a solo swamp biome over there. Ooh. Either that's a village. Huh. I've already been here. I would love to like stream my game and play some Minecraft on stream. But I notice every time I tell people that I'm streaming, they like don't want to be a part of it. Obviously, I don't want to like silent stream either. But I feel like sometimes, I mean, I guess I could just start recording. If there's anything I don't like, I can just cut it. I just don't want my PC going through a lot of chaos just trying to set that all up. Whoa. No, but that is a structure. That is an underground structure. You don't have stalactites. Well, that's what the Undermod was designed to do. It was supposed to mess with generation and let people know that, hey, sometimes things go patchy and they go up and or down. A little wacky generation wouldn't hurt anybody. The hell? Oh, it looks like this entire area is screwed up. Whoa. What's my map say? I'm still nowhere close. And yes, I do need to kill these guys. I need leather for books. I feel like I keep my rule set pretty fair when it comes to playing Minecraft. When folks want to get a world going, my primary rule when I'm the host is I want to make sure that everyone only progresses when we're ever all on, which is hard to coordinate, especially when you have friends in different time zones. But then, as I figured out that, no, it generally is difficult, especially when people have jobs and whatnot. I mean, hell, I'm gonna go back on campus. I'm gonna spend hours on my screen just to look at hours on my screen for something else. The hardest part about me doing college was studying. I hate studying. I think studying is like the worst aspect. Trying to force your brain to remember stuff you don't care about just so you can get a degree is driving me insane. I'm getting a headache from this. I'm gonna mute for a bit, but I'm just gonna be heading to my next location. bruh. It's funny. The freaking perk says it only increase. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. So yeah, it just gives you free extended mag. Let's go. Ooh, I do need this though. Hello, viewer. I'm stuck here trying to figure out where the hell this structure is because the map that I have doesn't show an X, so I have to use Zero's cave mapping to find it. Ideally, it shouldn't be that hard to find. Uh, you know what? I think I found it. Bro, this place is huge. With plenty of, what is that, glowstone? If it's glowstone, oh hell yeah. This beats going to the nether for this. So I guess that's what they consider the fallen rock. Alright, let's get to cleaning this thing. I'm gonna need... I know glowstone's gonna be a priority, but I also know that... iron ore. I don't want to take too... Here's the thing, right? Glowstone, you don't need too much of it, but... Oh wait, I just realized I'm going to be crafting redstone lamps and using corrodium, so yeah, I do need all this. I don't know. What do you think of this structure? When I found this mod, it's just like a low on, not really a lot of downloads. I'm sure we can give the creator some feedback on this. I actually do like how this structure is laid out and how it overwrites water. the odds of me getting a guardian's eye. There are other times where I have like looting something like a huge, unbelievable number, and I still can't get a guardian's eye. Bro, I am so lucky, bro. I got the fucking arc black scroll on my first roll. Normally it takes like 4 bastions to do that.
What's up, Apex?
Was good. I think it's mono.
Correct. I just got all working. No, I'm exhausted.
I bet.
You need a diamond.
Not you, mono. Not,
You're
not
good.
today, dude. Oh! Ooh. Okay, I got instant calm. Oh my god. I hate the nether. I hate the nether in vanilla Minecraft. I hate the nether in... But... I hate the nether in vanilla Minecraft, and I hate it in modern Minecraft.
Real.
What's... I saw a guy do a video on the worst mod pack, and guess what kind of mod pack it is?
Arlcraft.
No. It's a clusterfuck of 100 horror mods. It's like, you didn't hate yourself? Well, how about this? My god, I had a horrible day today, but after like an hour and a half, I finally got into a better mood. Bruh, it's one of those days where like you just feel like crap for like fucking hours. I swear, when I got home, I didn't even want to play a game, bro. I was like, you know what? I'd rather blow my brains out than play games, dude. I had to like fall asleep.
That is very real.
I had to fall. And when I say fall asleep, I don't mean like, oh, I'm gonna take a little nap. I mean like I'm fucking KO'd. I'm out, dude. I woke up and I thought it was tomorrow. I got like that fucking, you know the when your arm is marked because you laid on it too long.
Yeah.
I will say though that it always feels amazing. It always feels ethereal. In the meantime, I'm just playing my pack. I found out how to make colored lighting appear in complementary.
Nice.
The only cost, it costs 20 frames per second though. So I can't enjoy it. Sag. In the meantime, I am getting I was trying to get a group going. I was trying to get Doug, but he always never really seems to be like saying yes or no to it. And when I joined VCs, he did not want to. He did not continue. So, my buddies are burnout. I got a buddy who's going through burnout, so he's out of the picture.
Yeah, that's real. I am too. It's like, I ain't going to play anything unless I'm with someone else. I've just been binge watching anime when I got home from work every day, basically.
Fair enough. In watching anime.
I need to finish Invincible, but I'm like...
Good luck with that.
Yeah, just like, I don't want to play any games.
That's why I gotta go back to school. That's gonna drive me up a wall. Like if I don't go to school or go to campus, I'm gonna have all my shit. I'm gonna have to start paying. Which, you know, it's funny, right? My dad's like, "Hey, you say you don't want to go to college. Okay, well if you don't go to college, and I'm gonna stop paying for your shit." And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, wasn't that what my work was for? What are you paying for if my work is like dead ass, motto? I am like, I can't go to job interviews consistently. I can't go and do like appointments properly, and my schedule's fairly fucked, mainly because I do work with him. So I'm sitting here like, okay, so if you're not gonna pay my anything, then what's the point of me going to work?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting paid for this, so why you... Huh? Obviously, if I say something, I'm gonna get fucking shit for it. But I'm just saying, like, that's what's going through my mind.
Yeah.
It's like car insurance. You pay thousands of dollars, but the moment you get into a car accident, you don't want to use it because they're gonna make it go up higher. But if you don't have it, you're gonna get fucked. I failed to make another base. It's just another box, but with the corners cut off. I don't know why I keep doing this, Mono.
Yeah, sir.
Other day I was playing Wild Assault, and I was dunking on this guy so badly he chose Croc to counterpick me, and I was getting fucking destroyed. Oh my god. I couldn't do anything. Like, his moment, like, he saw me, he immediately used Croc's tack run to just chase me down, and I couldn't hit him worth a damn, dude. I couldn't. I tried so hard. I tried air shots, I tried baiting, nothing was working. So I did what any normal human being does, and I switched to Ryan Slug Shotgun. He got nothing done for the rest of the game. It was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna punish the guy using the worst class, and then they pull out their main, and you're like, that was a horrible idea. Finally, got some prismarine crystals. Now it's time to cook all my food. After I craft 2 more campfires. I know, what's going on with you? Man, what's funny is every time I stream, I always get a consistent, like, one stream, one person on, but they never say anything in chat.
Like a bot.
Now, I've had botted streams before. It normally goes up to 11. But like in an instant. You know, Twitch has raids.
I think I remember that. I think it's you watching your own stream, maybe. It's possible.
Well, I have my own stream, but it always stays a consistent one.
Weird.
And YouTube does tell me when I do get, like, new viewers, because it goes over my analytics. I don't expect to get much. I just want to put something out there while I get my actual videos out. Oh my god, I also had the stupidest... When I was working on OBS, I have 2 overlays. One to back up the other just in case. And what would end up happening is the overlays, one captures full screen and the other captures not full screen. But if I don't open up Minecraft the right way or check, I'll just start streaming a black screen. I went to OBS, knows people have problems, so like, here, follow our guide. And it's like, first you need to go and find the jaw file and turn it into a priority. Then you need to turn it into a task. Then OBS will read that as a task and you can focus. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Why the hell am I gonna go do all that? reminds me, I need a stack upgrade. Now that I have enough resources. I love how I have like I have 7 blocks of gold, but then I have nearly 200 stacks of iron.
Nice.
Let's do this. Eight times 4 is 32, right? Yeah. Okay. I still have PTSD from when I ran this pack with a no, I ran your mono pack that you gave me when you first introduced me to Timeless. And
Yeah.
I put ammo into the backpack and I pressed middle click, all my shit was gone. That pissed me off so much. I was like, what the fuck? That's because they had a conflict or some shit like that. Basically, there was like a missing mod that the Pixelgun mod has needs a supplementary mod called less rands and tack items or something that adds like grenades and melees. If you didn't have that, the ammo that it came with was incompatible and was like basically glitched ammo. And if you were to try to organize it, it would overwrite other items. Thankfully, a buddy of mine told me about metal, and I can clip whenever mistakes like that happen. I do remember there was this one Minecraft world I had, this mod pack called Trifecta, and it was one of my favorite mod packs. But I don't know what happened to it where it stopped working. I do remember making a big giant hole in the middle of the ocean and trying to make a city, because when I was younger and playing Minecraft for my first time, like on a real like player server, I played on like this Earth MC that had a ratio of a 1 to, I don't know if it's like a 1 to 8, but it was a pretty big ratio. And this pack basically had dungeon crawl, but an old version of dungeon crawl or a modified one. This dungeon crawl, right? If you ran into a chamber that had vines and had gravel and had a creeper spawner, it is a rigged location, meaning there's like 20 TNT under all the gravel.
Oh god.
I was still used to like, I was still getting used to typing. I wasn't good at typing. A buddy of mine saw that Antarctica had like open season with dungeon crawl dungeons, so like you can see them on the map and you can immediately just start farming them. So they found me, and I told them, hey, let's not kill each other, let's share the loot, because it's looter, right? And he goes into the chamber room, and I try typing, I press T and I miss, and I try like type run for your life, because I had already fallen for that trap before. And then he died, and then he rage quit. And I never saw him again. Poor bastard. Right now I'm trying to craft unbreakable diamond armor. But now I have all the food in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, plenty of food. Next up, yeah, unbreakable armor. I need unbreakable boots and an unbreakable helmet. Alright. I'll go with unbreakable boots first. I remember my XP air quotes farm was to like smelt nothing but like no, it was to smell a lot of one thing. I think it was like to smelt charcoal or something. Like I was just smelting the crap out of all these items. And I was like, that was my XP farm. I don't know. I just never really enjoyed making fully automated farms, unless it was like genuinely like a rare commodity that needed it. You know, like for example, I had a buddy of mine teach me how to do a duplicating carpet glitch, and you can duplicate any color carpet that you'd like, and I thought it was pretty cool. Or hell, a moss. What was it? I don't know what it's like, but like, um, you use bone meal and moss blocks to get infinite something. But that was cool. I guess one lectern villager wouldn't hurt. I could craft a fletching villagers. Oh, right. Let's see what my stats say. Toughness. My resources backpack. Dripstone, crying obsidian. Oh, I still need to kill a wither. But now that I'm fully set up, the difficulty will now be changed to hard. This will be fun. I just realized I wasted all my diamonds on making unbreakable diamond armor that I don't have enough to duplicate smithing templates. Well, that's an L. Eye of Ender, 2 blaze powder, 1 gas tier, 2 redstone. Should I craft Twisted Mirror or craft... Oh, I also downloaded a mod called Undermod. I never used this mod and I only installed it because it appeared. I think it has low downloads, but it seems like a pretty chill mod. Basically, it messes with overworld generation sometimes when you're running around. It makes like grassy blocks like appear above and below ground. But in some of these areas, you'll find a barrel. This barrel will have a map that will tell you where a specific structure is. And there's this one structure called a fallen rock. And a fallen rock is like a giant meteor where when it lands, it creates a massive, I'm talking fucking like 10 by 10 chunks of just gravel, glowstone, and like it fell in the water, so it completely sucked out all the water, leaving an ocean monument completely dry.
Damn.
But it was fun. It was fun to explore, and it's perfect for a base. But like when I first found it, it was fucking huge, dude. Like I was riding a boat, and I just see it come up in the skyline. I'm like, I think I found the fallen structure. Because when I looked up at the map, it was actually like, it wasn't like a normal treasure map, which is like a 10 by 10 chunks. It was like the large maps, you know, the ones that like you wrap the paper twice, like a map with paper twice. It was huge. And that's just one of the structures. There's one that's an underground city. There's another one that's a sewer system, and then there's like 2 other ones. I haven't seen them and I haven't spoiled myself yet, but if that one's good, then I'm pretty sure the next ones will be too.
Nice.
Let me check what these lads are saying. Hopefully next week I have like a clear schedule, or like I take care of my work instead of procrastinating, so I can have some free time and hang with the lads and do this. Because I would like to have a world with this on. I need glass. yeah, I should download another texture pack. There was a texture pack I used to use when I was younger called Coterie Craft. It was a very solid pack. I really liked how it looked.
Hmm.
Oh, I need blaze powder. Fuck. Blaze powder, eye of ender, and 3 bottles of water, which I have. It made gravel like this dark black. I mean, it's a solid, and I think it was for 1.21, so I don't think there should be any problems trying to port it over.
Started playing a little bit of Deceased Craft. I added Enigmatic Legacy and a couple other small things. Might see what else I will add. I had the gun packs. The curio slots for the fucking ammo boxes.
There was it? What was? I'm trying to remember if there was another one. I really wish there was a mod that just adds guns into chests. Because the only one that does that is the Apotheosis Ragnarok add-on. You know,
Yeah.
Ragnarok's in Classic, which sucks. But hey, I mean, you work with what you got, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, there's this one called Tax Curios or Attributes, where like you can find in-game perks that makes the guns better.
Yeah, I did add that one as well.
So stupid.
Oh, okay, Apotheosis. And
the thing I don't like about Apotheosis is like it really does just become power creep problems. Like if you play the game for 2 hours and then someone else is just like barely logging on, they're gonna get fucked.
yeah.
There is one, like in 1.21.11, that's the one. If you put Apotheosis in there, it's actually balanced because of world tiers.
Yeah.
I need 4 iron. Okay, I got the twisted mirror. Now I can stop running ages just to get back home. Essence of Raging Life. Oh, I can craft one. I never... And then I can follow Donk's... Because Donk made an infinite anything farm with an Essence of Raging Life. I need to... Ward fungus, right? I need an apple. Do I have wheat? I mean, I can find one. Lily pad, I definitely do need one of those. Cocoa beans. Do I have to wait for a wandering trader, bruh? Bruh. You wanna know the worst part? I did run by a jungle and I did see cocoa beans. I thought I already had some.
I don't know that up. It was just.
A rose. And I can just get that from killing an iron golem. You heard nothing.
I thought I don't go and drop puppies, not roses.
Oh. Oops. Okay, I got a rose. Now I need wheat. I found out how to use the quartz rose from Enigmatic add-ons. Basically, like sometimes you'll open a minecart and there'll be a flower in there. You put it in your hotbar and right click and it'll open a menu. And the menu will make it you pay with lapis and you can give yourself small buffs. But in the other window, you can permanently give yourself an effect while also giving yourself a permanent immunity to any effect. But it's random.
Huh.
In my hardcore world, I gave myself, well, not hardcore, but hard world from the, I gave myself resistance and immunity to darkness. But in this mod pack, since I didn't have a lot, I had bad omen and immune to nausea.
Yep.
So every time I wear this, I have bad omen, which is great because I can use it for farming
Yep.
emeralds. Another strategy I started using, once I craft the twisted mirror, I put it in my inventory. So if I get set on fire, I can just teleport home. But sometimes I still fumble the bag. That's why I should never be trusted with overpowered stuff. Because like it was like, oh, here's a one-shot mate. All I gotta do is wind charge up and land a hit, and I'll be like, It's so weird coming back to my base. Like for like 20 days, I was just living in an igloo, and then I moved out to make my own base. I kind of ruined this village, to be honest. But you do what you gotta do. What was I here for? Oh, right, the wheat. Imagine having like a genuine hardcore world with Enigmatic Legacy. That would just suck. Like imagine your run is going well and then a random Enderman just fucking back taps you.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So now I need cocoa beans. Cocoa beans. Alright, I'm gonna spend like 15 more minutes on stream and I'm gonna get off the stream, of course.
Right.
Yeah, I've been streaming on YouTube this whole time.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright. Alright. I forgot that my portal's right next to a twisted. Right next to a oh shit, these stairs. Nah, dog, really? Nah, you gotta be kidding me. Graphics crash. Well, that's the end of that stream. Well, fun.